I was watching this TikTok, and this girl it was just a funny little skit about how she was going out to meet her friends. But one thing she said in the video that stuck with me was, the price of community is inconvenience. I was like, wow, that's so true. It's interesting in life to see that your closest bonds are the ones that you put the most work into. And when you grow up, you think that you're sold this dream that, oh, people that you have good chemistry with, you just naturally always be close to. But as you get older, as more life happens, as more things come in the way of relationship and time in those relationships, you realize that the effort put in is what makes things stick and stay. I'm privileged to have the small community that I have, and that's something one of my friends talk about. I was like, dang, we have no friends. I was like, no, you're right. We don't have friends. We have almost like new siblings, a new family, and the idea that true friendship comes from bonds that supersede just the the little amicable relationships that you have. That it's deeper than that. It's more accountable than that, and you see the fruition of the work that comes out of relationship, and you see people that lack true relationship lack the work that comes with it. I have people in my life that are going through life in a certain way where they don't have anybody show up for them. And it's like, unfortunately, I saw that they didn't foster relationships where people ever had to show up. They don't have people sharpening them. They don't have people lifting them up, holding them accountable. It's like we especially at this age now, 23, a lot of people just tend to have feel good relationships. But I truly believe that true friendships, and I take the word friend very seriously, because I'm really saying you are now a part of my family. You are now becoming a part of my bloodline, or almost in a way a new bloodline. And with Christ, it's Christ's bloodline, and learning your brother and sisters in Christ. But I just get so sad when I see people start to go through life and they're like, wow, Olu, why do you show up for me in this way? None of my other friends. It's like, no, that's not how it should be. I'm not special. I'm not different. This is the standard. This should be the standard when it comes to leaning on people. We should be truly leaning in the good and the bad. And it's like, now that I'm in a single season and I'm having to stay with myself, I'm realizing that, why do we put a certain level of effort into romantic relationships? We should put, if not more so, more effort into platonic relationships, and know that there is no other agenda except for being there for each other in a way of friends. And it's like, we get lost in the, you do this for these type of people, this type of relationship, you do this for your blood. But it's like, if you're telling these people to be in your circle, we need to show up for them in a way that we would have anyone else that's intimately in our circle. And I always say, I reference the Bible for the way I want to live my life. And I mean, that's what Jesus did. If we think about the disciples, from our perspective, is a group of random people that he chose, brought up, and they were leaning on each other. And we even see the beauty of it. We see that there was 12, but he had his little crew within the 12. And there should always be onions and levels to relationships. That, yes, at a core, you should have a group of people around you that are meant to uplift you and bring you on the right trajectory. But also know there's levels to relationships, and knowing where people start and stop with you is very important. I'm just I just think about, it's an honor and a privilege to struggle with people. It's an honor and privilege to also have fun with those same people that you struggle with, because you know them in a certain way, and you know they'll show up for you in a certain way. You know they'll have you in certain seasons because you put in the work. And I think it's very, very important, especially in your 20 somethings, and even before that, but especially in your 20 somethings and beyond, to put in that work with those relationships, to build a true community. That's like, even if it's 5 people, even if it's 3, those 3 people need to be your people. And you should not have a doubt in your mind that they are not going to lead you back to Christ. They're not going to lead you on the right trajectory, lead you to where you're supposed to go. It just makes me so humbled to have the relationships I do have. even after doing the work and continuing to do the work I've done to get here. But it also makes me sad for people that I see that they don't have those relationships, they don't have those connections, but it's just a lack of taking the idea of a friendship seriously. Community is serious. Community is a necessary thing that Christ has called us to in different capacities. He designed us to to commune as believers. So it's community has been a model that's consistently shown in the way we're supposed to walk even with him. And even with him, we are in community with him. We I always say Christ is my lover, he's my father, he's my friend, he's my brother. Like all those everything that we do in this life is an emulation of what we're supposed to do with God. And it's like if we're not walking those out with people, then are we really walking that out properly with the way Christ has asked us to approach Him? And I'm really saying that outwardly, but inwardly, that's how I've been assessing myself recently. It's like, wow, do I see you this way, or do I kind of put you to the wayside? Do I lack effort, or do I lack a discipline in trying to keep up with these things that are important to me and these people that are important to me and wanting them to keep up with me? But it's like, am I stewarding it the way that I'm supposed to for what I want to get out of it? And sometimes, and in some seasons, you're going to be in a position where you might feel like you're doing a lot more of the heavy lifting of a relationship. But being in a good relationship, you'll know that you'll see that there's ebbs and flows with pushes and pulls with people because at the end of the day, we're all human. There's a level of intentionality that needs to go with how we choose who we're around. God, if you allow Him to, will show you who should be in your life, who shouldn't. You also use those relationships as ways to prick you and to prune you so you know how to deal with people better. And there's been so many situations where it's like, especially coming out of school, living where I live in the middle of nowhere, it's like, um, these people don't show up. No one's come to visit me. Da da. It's like, why don't I go to them? Why don't I see them? Why don't and this was God challenging me. It's like you go show up for them. Everything that you're wanting these people to do, show up and see what they do. And after doing all those things, I saw a new dimension, a new level of relationship I had with the people, and also sorted through and sifted through who was really for me and who really wasn't. And it was rewarding. It's like God in my life has found new ways to humble me and prick me and push me, but then He blesses me out on the other end of it. At the end of my pruning, there's growth. Like He tells us in John 15, and I just noticed because I was just reading this yesterday. But it's like I am pruning you so you can produce more fruit. He is trying to initiate growth, but the fruits are also not just the blessings for others or the blessings for the advancement of His kingdom, but you are blessed too. It's like it's like go through the process of me pushing you, and it's like I'm also gonna push you closer to me, which is already a blessing, but I'll also show you a fruition of that blessing in this life too. Like God says he is here to reward us, and He's here to show us that He cares and He loves us. Even though we are already rewarded by the relationship with Him, he's so good that He wants even more for us. And that's in terms of a relationship, that's in terms of other things, but he also wants us to not be alone and have people around us that are meant to build us up and uplift us. One thing I overlooked in learning about building good community is it takes a high level of reflection of self. It takes a high level of understanding who you are as a person so you can relate to others better. If you don't know who you are and how you are, it makes it really hard to build those intimate relationships with others that are important and key for them to lean on you properly. If you can't show up for yourself that the way you need to, or know how you act in a way for people to deal with you a certain way, it makes it really hard to build genuine connection. So it's very important to have a relationship with self, uh, even as you're pursuing relationship with others. But having to know yourself and knowing Christ in a certain way, and He'll show you yourself, you'll be able to approach people with a certain level of care that's important in building true bonds. So community is important. How you foster community is important. Um, these people should be tighter. Should, in my opinion, is like I said, these people should become a part of your family, a new family, even outside the one you're born into, that you should walk with, whether that's in a season or for the rest of your life. But always foster it with the intentionality that it's precious to you.